Okay, let's talk about one of the old ways that I used to make money. Now, I've touched on this before, I've glossed over it before, but I've never gone into detail because I thought it was like self-explanatory. It's like eBay reselling. I used to flip on eBay, buy stuff for a small amount of money and flip it on eBay for a profit. But you guys always want detail, so I'll go into detail on it while I'm in the mood to make a video, because I'm hardly ever in the mood to make a video. Now, little backstory how I discovered this hustle. I was working a regular job. Somebody I worked with, who I never really spoke to properly, he was on his phone, and I overheard him say, "Oh, I've just made £18. Bear in mind, I'll never forget this. £18 is more than we're getting paid an hour. So I was like, "What do you mean you made £18? How? What you doing?" Oh, I sell stuff on eBay. And I remember thinking, eBay, what? Who buys stuff off eBay? He showed me what he sold. I'll never forget this. It was like a small soft toy, like a Disney toy, Lion King or something. It was like a soft toy from like the 90s. He explained to me that he paid 50 pence for this item. 50 pence. I don't know what the percentage is, or my math, I don't know what the profit would be. 50 pence turned into £18. I don't know what the percentage would be. That's just ridiculous, right? It's basically free money. Where did you get this item? You got it from the car boot sale. Now, if you're from the UK, you know what a car boot sale is. If you're from America, which most of my audience is from America, that would be like the equivalent of like a garage sale or a yard sale. Car boot sale, open field, early in the morning. All the cars go there with their boot full of shit that they're just trying to clear from their house. And they sell stuff for pennies, right? They're not really going there to try and make serious money. They're just going there to clear their house. They're getting rid of shit that's in the attic, in the loft, whatever you want to call it. Old soft toys, old cassette players, old PlayStations, Segas, Nintendos, all that shit that's just piled in. Can you imagine the type of shit that's piled in people's houses that's worth money now, that they don't realise it's worth money? That's what it is. Now, that very day, after I was conversating with the guy, he told me his little techniques. All that shit sunk in my brain, because that's just what I'm like. I went home, I started clearing my wardrobe, clearing all my shit out. Everything that I did not want, I fucking put on eBay. Old Pokemon cards, an old Game Boy that had been in my room for 15 years, old shoes that I don't wear anymore. Do you know when you finish with your shoes? So you got some old Air Force Ones that you paid £65 for, and you haven't worn them for like a year and a half because they're beat up. You can sell them for eBay. You can sell them on eBay for like £25. You don't believe it's possible, but it's just, this shit's fucking crazy. So if you go to the fucking car boot sale and people are trying to get rid of their shoes, and they're basically giving them away because they're selling for like £1, you can turn that into £20 the same day. This shit's just crazy. Now, the best thing about reselling on eBay is you can't lose. When I say you can't lose simply because you do not buy nothing. Like, you do not buy an item unless you know 100% that it sells on eBay and how much it sells for. Because when you go on eBay, you can go in the search, type in the item that you've got in your hand. If you pick up an item, you can type that in on eBay and then go on sold items, and it will tell you every single time that item had sold and how much it sold for. If you're happy with the profit margin, you can just buy that now and then sell it. You know what to do. So it was just simple. I would never buy nothing unless I knew it would fucking sell. That means I couldn't lose. Now, the only time I would lose is when you go to the car boot sale or the yard sale or the garage sale and there's just nothing there. There's nothing there worth picking up. It's a quiet day. Now you got to wait till the next week, and then hopefully there'll be something worth picking up. Now, you can do it other ways. Facebook Marketplace. Another trick on Facebook Marketplace, you can just type in free on Facebook Marketplace, and people that are getting rid of stuff for free, you just go to their house, pick it up, pull it on eBay, all that. It's simple. It's basically like free money. It's minimal investment. It's pocket change investment. Now, I got to like £2 a month profit, pretty solid for 3 months. Pandemic hit. I'd sold all my stock. I couldn't go out and get more because lockdowns and everything like that. By the time everything reopened, I was broke as fuck. I started redoing it. I got up to about, I was making about £1,200 a month. You guys know I started the Hustlers University in January. I done the copywriting. This is the thing. eBay, see, let me just get to the point of it. Flipping on eBay is a good way to get some extra cash, right? Full-time money, it's hard. I know people that have done it. That person that I actually mentioned earlier in the video from my job, he actually quit his job to do that full-time, and he's continued. I think he's going on close to 10 years doing eBay reselling as a full-time job, right? I think he's making about 3,500 to 4 grand a month. That's enough for him. He lives a nice life. I could never get it to that point, me personally, and I feel like I never invested a lot of money, and I feel like it's even hard to invest a lot of money because it's hard to find stock. It's easy to make extra £500 a month. If you're just a young guy and you just want an extra £500 a month or an extra grand a month, it's really easy to get to that. When you're talking 5 grand, 10 grand, that's a steep hill. You understand? So once I started making so much money copywriting, I couldn't really focus on the eBay reselling, and I give my shop away. I give my shop away because I couldn't focus on it, and it wasn't making me enough money. But if you're in a position where you just want an extra bit of money, you should definitely look into eBay reselling. This isn't the perfect video to get all the details. This is just me telling my story. But there's endless videos on YouTube. Type in eBay reselling. Endless videos. Go on Instagram. There's endless pages. People are just giving away the source. You know what I mean? Like, you could walk up a yard sale or garage sale and see a board game. If you do enough research, you just know everything that sells. Do you know what I mean? You can see a board game that's worth $250, and someone's just had it in their house and they're getting rid of it for $2 or $5. There's money to be made out there. If you do the research, there's money to be made. Now, I don't know if I've already said it in the video. I've lost my train of thought. But when I used to do it, I used to do an IG page, and I used to post everything I sold. I've still got those archives because it's an old Instagram page. I'll post it on this video. Actually, right now as I'm talking, you're gonna see pictures. You're gonna see pictures of shit that I've sold. That shit that I posted, that I picked up, that I sold. Now, is eBay reselling pretty? No, it's not pretty. Is it glamorous? No, it's not glamorous, because you're in a fucking field at 5 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes it's raining, sometimes it's wet, sometimes it's damp, sometimes it's cold, and the fucking tips of your fingers are fucking freezing. And then you're picking up shit, and you're going through the boxes, and you're trying to find shit, you're looking on eBay. It's not pretty. I found fun in it. You can take your dog with you. It's not that. The fun can be lost when it's your bread and butter, when it's your full-time income. I feel like the fun can be lost because it's so unpredictable. It's like you're hunting. It literally feels like you're hunting, right? If you just want extra money, side hustle, I feel like it's the perfect side hustle to get some extra income. It's very hard to replace your job with it. I tried, I failed, but it kept me above water. It paid for my lifestyle. It allowed me to go out for drinks, go out for meals, take a girl on a date, do all this stuff. Extra income. I recommend it. That's what I used to do before I had the success in Hustlers University, before I got into copywriting, before I got into stocks, before I got into crypto. That's what I was doing. eBay reselling. I made some good money. I had some really good months. I had some really bad months. Side hustle money. Try it. It's worth it. Do your research. That's my story. Peace.